The XAT exam, first of all, two agendas today. I'll take questions on the XAT. The XAT may, I mean, if you look at this year's XAT, more or less the bottom line that one could see was that the quants was tougher than the last year and the DM was tougher than the last year. I'll do a detailed video on the XAT once they release the official paper, because I did not take the exam myself. uh, you should not, I mean, when you're doing an MBA, don't get too stuck up in an institute कि मेरे को अहमदाबाद ही जाना है, बैंगलोर ही जाना है. Don't think like that, because even if you, I mean, what the key is that the MBA journey is a long term race. It's not a 2 year race. कि the people who rush out fastest from the stable, those are the horses who will go who will win the race. It is about a long distance race, and उसमें how quick you start at the blocks is not important. Of course, you have to try to get to the best possible place that you can get to, best possible college you can get to. But it's not just the college you get to, it's also your performance at that college. So you go, let's say, you get to, and I mean, there are cases where I am Bangalore, I am Calcutta, I am Ahmedabad student will not get the placement that a symbiosis student will get. It's although if you look at the institute level, it's very different in terms of where you are. If you're an I'm ABC versus you are at a Simbi, but and that's what I was saying. The idea is to be, you have to understand it's a long term race, and just allow yourself to accept things as they are. I mean, that's what you will do. You will get calls like if you have done well at the CAT, calls आएगा. ऐसा नहीं होगा कि calls नहीं आएगा. There are close to 40, 50, 60 great institutes now where you can go and make a great career from. So, and as I said, MBA is not like the IAS. IAS में क्या होता है कि अगर तुम आज IAS नहीं बने तो 20 साल, अगले 25 साल तक तुम वो IAS ऑफिसर के नीचे रहोगे अगर तुम कोई सेकंड सर्विस में जाते हो तो. So that is the UPSC exam, the nature of the exam, the nature of the career. In the private sector, in the industry, in the MBA sector, it is not like that. You can pass out of a Bharati Vidyapeeth MBA. Not that it's bad, but you can pass out of a local college MBA. Let's not take names. Local college MBA, which is giving direct admissions. You can pass out of there and be the boss of hundreds of IIM graduates. It's possible. So the idea has to be to make sure that you perform with whatever you've got. And so that's so all of you, those of you given CAT 22, I think you should now start preparing for the interviews in earnest. You should start focusing on your interview preparation. And a couple of things that I would like to tell you to start with interview preparation. Mein, couple of things you start doing, 2 3 things you start doing. First is just look through your profile, look through your past events, past experiences, uh, past blips and troughs and peaks on your profile, on your biodata. Something great you did, something very poor you did. Start looking at those things and start creating scenarios from those things. So your interview typically consists of 5 factors. Your interview questions are essentially will emerge out of 5 factors. These factors are your past, your present, your future, your character, and your personality. That's the fourth one, and the fifth one is a random dimension of questions where they can ask you anything. So these 5 dimensions have to be managed. I mean, you cannot manage the random dimension. Random dimension by default is going to be random, so they can ask you anything. On the day of the exam, they can ask you about anything. As far as you're generally aware, you'll be able to react to something. So you should be working on a general awareness. You should be working on things around you. What's happening, the key trends. You have to first find. I mean, one part of it. So by random, I mean about world events and social events, national events. They can ask you about anything. There's no correlation to what they'll ask you and what is there in a biodata. So So that's the random part of the interview. So the random part of the interview is prepared by looking at or creating the knowledge, the awareness of things that are happening around you, right? And the random part of the interview is about. I mean, they can ask you about anything, and they can ask you a GK question, or they can ask you not a question per se, but they'll ask you opinions about things around you. So, so what is your opinion about India's economic status? What is your opinion about the COVID pandemic and how India handled it? Anything under the sun they can ask you. It can be anything related to what's happening around you, right? What is your opinion about the Russia-Ukraine war? What do you think it has? What is the impact of it on India? What is the impact of it on Europe, etc.? Anything can be asked. It is random. So two things happen because of randomness. One thing, preparation wise, you have to look at all the major things, events and trends that are happening uh, around you, and before you can have an opinion about something, you have to have knowledge about it. So your one of the primary aspects of what you prepare for during a GDPI preparation phase is the awareness of social events and global and national events, geopolitical events and economic events across social events across the world, and what are the key themes that are happening. Read the good magazines like Economist, Guardian, newspapers like Guardian, New York Times, etc. Get to know what's happening around you. Get your teeth into the world events that are happening, and you will have an opinion about something only when you have knowledge of it. So if I tell you, ki, what is your opinion of X? You have no opinion about X because you don't know what X is, right? So when I tell you ki X is, um, let's say, uh, let's say the European Union I'm talking about. So, and I ask you then, what is the value, what is your, not value, what is your opinion about X? When I say X is the European Union, then if you have knowledge, you have an opinion. If you don't have knowledge, you don't have an opinion about it. So you have to form, you have to get the knowledge, the opinion forming knowledge into your head, into your head during this time. So all the major events. So look at the newspapers around you. You will see a lot of events happening, etc. So you start analyzing those and do a little bit of. I mean, don't just read the news articles. News articles are information based articles. Read the analysis based articles. And I'm going to start a series on this channel in which I'm going to read content from The Economist and explain it to you from two angles. We'll do it. We'll do it from the GK angle. I personally have learned a lot from reading magazines like The Economist and of course a few other international journals that I read. But and what I've found is that the amount of content that you get in 1 page, 1.5 pages of reading, 800,000 words of reading in these kind of magazines is equal to what you get in 15 pages of Times of India. So or in Indian Express. I don't want to criticize them, but that's the ratio of how tightly the content is written and presented. So I thought that maybe for my channel. Uh, I will start a readings with Arun Sharma, and this will be I might define a separate time for this apart from the late night chat we have. So उस readings में two perspectives में करूँगा उसको. एक perspective is also helping you improve your ability to comprehend English and solve comprehension in exams like the CAT. That's one perspective I'll do it from, and the other perspective will be from the GK perspective. So I was reading an article, for example, in The Economist a couple of days ago. That article was about 5 major trends to look out for in 2023. So these are very informative articles. These get you up to tack at what's happening around the world, and so if you want that to happen, I will also take suggestions from you if you want, and some article somewhere which you want to share with me. Please put it on the videos, on the reading videos that I'll do, or on these videos, and ask me to analyze and explain. I would love to do that. either in a live format or a recorded format. We'll love to do that. So you can actually we can actually be together on a learning journey through this channel. So this is what uh, uh, I would want to talk about. Of course, apart from the randomness preparation, the knowledge preparation for GDPI, the other part of your preparation also has to be about your profile, your personality, and your character traits. तो उस पर थोड़ा सा काम करो. Do a little bit of work on that area, and tried. I mean, by work on that area. Let me see. I'll record a few videos maybe tomorrow, day after, and release what kind of work, essential work you should do for your interview preparation. Some kind of getting that idea. So I'll release that for you maybe in a couple of days on the channel.